And today I'm going to share with you the key mindset shift when you're presenting your offer that will either attract people to you and your business and have them say yes, or repel people if you don't have this mindset shift and accidentally turn away really, really good customers or clients because we are in the wrong mindset. Now, don't worry, I am not going to talk about follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. It would be a really frustrating video. Instead, I'm going to share with you the common mindset that people have when they're presenting their offer. The thing that I learned in literally my first month of my business that changed everything for me so that I could really be clear when I did sit down with someone or even inviting someone to learn more about the offer. And then I'm going to walk you through how this readjusts our communication and next steps. So before we jump in, if you find this video helpful, you will probably want to sign up for our Offers That Convert free 5-day workshop. So if you'd like to learn more details about that, just comment below with workshop. And if you like this video and you want to talk about working with us on your client journey and what to say in your weekly plan, all the things that are involved in this is where we help people with what I'm going to talk about today, customize it for their business. Just go ahead and type in coaching below and we will connect with you. All right, so let's talk about presenting the offer. What's the most common mindset that people have? I think that when I was new, I really wanted to prove my value to people, make sure they thought I was awesome, make sure that they thought I was good. I suffer from savior complex. You can relate to that, let me know in the comments. And, when I was younger, I was like, I'm going to change the world. And that's, I think, noble, right? I think a lot of us want to change the world. And also that moves very quickly for me into savior complex. And savior complex is really, really unhealthy for our business for a bunch of reasons, many of which I'll get into in a minute. But I mean, it's really arrogant and it creates the wrong vibe. And that's not how I want to show up, right? That doesn't line up with my values in order to show up this way. But I think a lot of people will step into these offers and they'll be like, I hope they buy. What do they think of me? And they need this, I can save them. And so we want to come in with a different mindset. And so in my first month in business, I read this book called Story Brand by Donald Miller. And he had this, this was the big, thing that just punched me, knocked me out and changed everything for me. And it was this: you are not the hero. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not the hero? I am smart and helpful and I can save them. And if they work with me, then I will make all of their problems disappear. What do you mean? I am clearly the hero. But the book was like, no, you are not the hero, because if I'm the hero, then that makes the client or the customer the damsel in distress. And then I come in, I'm like, hey, I'm here to save you. Well, how does that make people feel? Does it feel good when someone comes up to you with unsolicited advice and this whole vibe of I know better, you don't, you're helpless, I will save you and get you where you want to be? That doesn't feel good. And so that posture puts our potential customer and client in a negative state, and people in negative states don't buy, even if they don't realize they're in a negative state. They don't realize why they're uncomfortable. It might be subconscious. And we need people to feel like they're in a positive state in order to move forward, because people sign up for coaching or they invest in products to help with their long term when they feel hopeful about the future and hopeful about the plan and they're able to conquer the dragon. And so the big paradigm shift is we are not the hero, they are the hero. And if they are the hero, right, not the damsel in distress, they are the hero, they are the hero, they have a problem. We are then the guide who gives them a plan, which is our offer. Then they take action on the plan and then they get the positive result. But all of this is centered around they are the hero and we are the guide. And so then our state of mind when we are inviting people to things, when we are presenting our offer, is that we're here to provide value and guide, not to prove our value and save. And this distinction is everything, right? It makes us feel more down to earth. We are more down to earth. We're able to meet people where they're at, which ultimately is just much better leadership than let me prove to you that I know everything and that I can save you, right? Like that just does not feel good. Now, when we take this perspective, all of our behavior also changes. And so I'm not a mindset is everything person because I do think that the words we say matter and the way we show up matters. But this shift in mindset actually fundamentally changes our communication and the words that come out of our mouth. And so when we give our agenda for our sales conversation, we will say things like, okay, the goal of our conversation today is to see if this is a good fit. And if it's not, that's fine. And if it is, great, I'll help you get set up with your plan. How does that feel? That communication changes because they're the hero, right? They have the problem, we're the guide, and we present a plan in order for them to take action, right? Instead of us jumping in there and saving the day. After the agenda, when we go to do input and we ask them questions, we're going to want to know, well, where do you want to be? What results do you want? And what's hard for you? Like, what are your actual problems and what have you already tried? And that's going to help us to be a better guide as opposed to walking in with, whatever I have is great, I'm going to save you. You're obviously helpless, so I'm just going to tell you everything that you need to do, which is not going to work. The third thing it helps us to do is see our offer in terms of making hard things easy, fast things slow, and complicated things simple, right? Our offer is the plan on which they are going to, it's like Luke Skywalker, right? Like our offer is their lightsaber. And so that's what they're going to use to slay the dragons, conquer the problems, right? Like whatever analogy or metaphor you want to use for that. But our offer makes hard things easy, slow things faster, confusing things simple, and it gives them a plan. Now, in order to execute this concept, what we need is, from a tactical and a practical perspective, we need to lay out our offer in slides and they need to be in order that meets the clients where they're at with, addressing their concerns over why, is the lightsaber the right tool for them. And so we need to offer them, we need to have information, the right information on there that's really simplified in a way that they can just glance at it. We can talk over it and they can glance at it and they can follow along and they're like, yes, I get this. This is the perfect tool in order for me to reach my results. And so that's really like the action item that we need to take is we need to organize our offer into slides that are easy to understand that also basically acknowledge like you are the hero, you are the one that is out there doing it, you are the awesome one. I'm going to walk alongside you and guide them. Now, if you like this video, there are two things that you can do next. The first one is you can attend our workshop, Offers That Convert, where we're going to walk you through like the psychology of buyers and how to arrange your offer so that people are more likely to say yes. That's the first thing. The second thing is if you would like to learn more about working together in our What to Say coaching program, we help our clients with three things. It's making sure they have a clear client journey, making sure they have a weekly plan for their business so they can create momentum, and then knowing what to say so people buy at each step of the way. If you'd like to learn more about that, just go ahead and type in the word coaching and we will connect with you and have a conversation with you about that. So I hope this video is helpful for you. I hope you have a great day and I can't wait for you to go and guide some heroes today. Have an awesome day. Bye.